Yo, so you guys, welcome to the TikTok method of organic marketing. Okay, now this is the first method, the first funnel I'm gonna pretty much walk you guys through, teaching you guys how to grab leads, right? Therefore, you don't have to spend money on ads, teach you how to leverage social media to gain traction, how to build out your accounts for even later down the line once you wanna start your own business. This is gonna teach you the essentials on how to get there, okay? So, let me go over right here. Pretty simple, pretty easy, okay? It's a 7-step process. I'm gonna teach you guys how to master it and the fundamentals behind it. But before I actually even break into all that, I want you guys to understand this part right here, all right? TikTok is not a social media. It's an attention platform, okay? So with this, remember that your goal is not to go viral. Your goal is to consistently get in front of qualified leads interested in opportunity, okay? Your goal is to consistently grab leads, right? Lead potential buyers to the service. Super simple, super easy. You're not selling to any of these guys, right? You're not gonna go to somebody and say, hey, this is $4,000 or $5,000 product. You're gonna tell them, you're gonna qualify them, okay? Because they're interested in opportunity and they're inbound, and we teach you how to get the inbound leads. So before we even dive into content, the first step into this play is optimizing your profile, okay? Customizing your profile. Now, let this be known with the TikTok method, with any method in general, your profile is the living case study, okay? I'll repeat that. Your profile is a living case study. Your profile has to be a living case study. If you want to get real quality inbound leads, people who trust you, you need to make an account that seems reliable and credible. That doesn't mean you have to be a millionaire. That doesn't mean that you have to send videos of yourself walking off of a private jet. But that does mean you have to be very consistent and very honest, okay? So, your profile should clearly communicate 3 things, right? From one, who you help, what result you help them achieve, and a call to action in your bio, okay? Who you are, what you do, a call to action in your bio. It's really simple, really easy. And those of you who don't know what a call to action is, I'm gonna kind of tell you guys later down the line what it is. So simple, so easy. And this is so that when somebody pretty much lands on your page, they know exactly who you are, exactly what you're about, okay? So keep it professional. As I said, you guys don't have to be flicked up with the most luxurious things ever. In your profile picture, have a simple photo of yourself, right? Of you looking at the camera. It can maybe be like, maybe if you like the gym too, post a gym picture of yourself, right? You flexing, mirror picture, something like that, who knows, right? Your username, make it simple, but have it make it be creative, okay? Have your name and what you do in your username. You know, me for example, a lot of you guys might remember the old username I had on my Instagram. It was official Prodigy Closers, right? So make it professional. You can be sold by Prodigy.sales, right? Whatever you guys want it to do, but make sure it represents exactly what you do, okay? And then your bio, you want to have a call to action, okay? Yo, helping people replace their 9-to-5 income with remote sales. That's just one I threw out there. You can use that one, but get creative with it. And if you guys don't know how to peak your creativity, I'd say you can use ChatGPT. It's a search engine that's made to dive into our own mindset, right? So, step 2, okay? Actually, let me give you guys an example before I even dive into step 2, right? Of how an account should look like, right? Obviously, you guys probably know this guy right here, Hudson Cosper. So Hudson Cosper is a guy who, he does high-ticket sales as well. If you look at his account, he seems pretty authentic. There's a nice profile picture of himself up. This is what it should look like. First and last name, he's a CEO. High-ticket sales is what he does, and he learn what I do for free, right? Learn what I do, click down below. This is pretty much the call to action, right? So simple, so easy. Here's like even another example of it. You get me? These are real authentic accounts, and this is what you want it to look like, right? This is a reliable source right here, a credible account. Awesome. So now I'm gonna dive into the second step. So step 2, content volume wins, okay? So people who are in this industry, let this be known, people who are in this industry aren't just lucky when they get wins off of TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Volume negates luck. If you want to have a lot of leads coming in, you need to have a high volume output. What does that mean? It means that we recommend posting 3 to 5 TikToks per day, right? Once you actually get the hang of it. Even story posts, right? You guys know what story posts are. Little story wins, right? Post those on your story daily. Daily engagement with comments. This builds up momentum on your account, right? Life operates off momentum. So the momentum that you get, keep building off that, right? Right here it says most people quit after posting 10 videos. The people who win post 100. That's true. That's facts, okay? So your results are not going to be judged just by one video, right? As I said, the goal is not to go viral. It's going to be judged based upon your consistency, right? In the span of 30 to 60 days to show actually how far you've progressed, all right? So with volume, take this for example. As a guy who does a lot of volume output, you can obviously see he posts maybe like 6 or 7 times a day, okay? Obviously these are all, they're in the same day. It's the same for this guy right here, right? He posts a lot. Most of these posts, they're in the same day. So they do a lot of volume. If you want a lot of lead, you need to do a lot of volume. And you don't have to do 3 to 5. Typically people who are hungry for it to consistently produce outflow. So let me go back here. Now, step 3, okay? Follow the 3 content pillar strategies. So with the 3 content pillar strategies, really simple. There's value content, okay? In value content, you be doing a variety of things. You can be sharing tips, lessons, right? Frameworks, mistakes, or experiences. You can do mindset, advice, communication, right? Strategies, remote work strategies. There's authority content, right? Authority content is showing people why they should listen to you. And people do a lot of this in ads too, but it's where they show the wins, testimonials, results, right? Actual lifestyle improvements. And then last but not least, you have reliability content. This is more so for your journey, okay? Which is great because a lot of people, when they're doing organic marketing, it's their first time doing it, right? So people get to see your journey from you having maybe a couple hundred views to now multiple thousands, just off of a compound effect, right? Of a series of posting. So this is more pure, more genuine because people get to see you come from nothing to something, and people love people coming from nothing to something, right? Because it helps them to drop down to your level and see that they can actually get there too, right? Awesome. Now, step 4 is to hook the viewer, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys some live examples of all this after I get done breaking down what this is with the hook. So the hook is going to be it's the most important part of the video. And the reason why it's the most important part of the video is because it's the first part of the video, okay? And the first part's the most important part because if the first part doesn't stick, then how are you ever gonna get views, okay? The hook is the first 3 to 5 seconds of your video, okay? If you guys are scrolling on TikTok and you see a video of a lady reading, odds are you're gonna keep scrolling, right? But if you guys scroll and then see a video of a guy saying, stop, wait, watch this, odds are you might watch because he's interactive, he's hyper, it's engaging, okay? So be engaging. Use hooks that people like to hear. Nobody told me this about remote sales, right? If you're trying to make money online, watch this. This mistake cost me thousands. Here's how beginners land remote sales positions. And there's a variety of ways you can go about it, right? One that I hear a lot is, bro, if you're trying to make anywhere from 5 to 10K a month using a simple online skill set, here's what to do, right? Or if you guys are young, ambitious, motivated, you're trying to make a little bit more income with the side hustle, maybe work from your phone. I work in high ticket sales. This is exactly how I got started, right? Super simple, throw them some value. And that's essentially how it works. The goal is to create curiosity, okay? Striking curiosity creates sales, right? If your hook is weak, nothing else matters. If you can't actually get the viewer to hook onto your video, how is he gonna watch to the end? Super easy, super simple. Step 5 is to leverage call to actions, okay? So a call to action is a prompt for you to do something, okay? It's a direct call to strike action. For example, you might be scrolling on TikTok or Instagram and see somebody say, hey, comment the word info to get access to that. I'll send it right over, right? Yo, send me a DM. Follow for part 2 is a big one too. Comment sales, message me training to get started, right? DM me the word military. Obviously, a lot of you guys may have heard of that one too, right? But these right here are call to actions. It multiplies everything times 10, leads, revenue, because you're giving people permission to hit you up personally and actually get access to what you're doing, okay? So that's a big thing right there. Never forget, your call to action is gonna be at the end of every video, all right? So with that, I'm gonna break down exactly for you guys how to get properly used through this method. So for one, a lot of people prefer to do organic outreach, okay? Which, if you know what organic outreach is, you're pretty much outreaching to people in comments. Where what this does is, I mean, you don't have to post any videos, right? It's faceless, but you do have to do a lot of output when you're doing this, okay?
Here's how to actually succeed in high ticket sales coming from somebody who's been in it for 5.
You see the hook here? Here's how to actually succeed in high ticket sales coming from somebody who's been in it for 5 years. He's talking pretty fast here too, right? But boom, how do I start? How do I start? There's multiple comments here, multiple people here who are interested, right? And even some leads are untapped. We can still tap in with and answer the questions, right? Looking for DM setters. But here's an example too. Look.
Getting rich is hard. Man, shut your bitch ass up. I'm gonna teach you how to make 10K a month by just...
This is a young guy right here, so he's probably obviously gonna try a younger audience, right? Just by that hook alone. But look, all these young cats right here trying to pretty much break to the industry. This is a free post, it's an organic post. He posted this and got leads, right? This is how it works. So simple, so easy. So you can go about it like this. There's a variety of ways. If you search up high ticket sales, look through the comment sections, you'll find inbound leads there. And you'll also find a lot of video ideas too to go about this. Obviously, if you don't have the G-Wagon or the Porsche, right, then you don't have to try to mimic them. But duplication is big in this industry, right? You take something that already is there, tweak it 5 to 10% better, right? That's how social media works. Now, here's gonna be an example of one of our students who is actually active duty, who's been able to double his income in the military just through this alone, okay? This is Trace. This guy's already making around $3 grand a month. He's working in the Army. But, I mean, he's mastered the skill set, grabbed inbound leads and used the TikTok method, and he's able to bring in an extra $3K a month on top of what he does alone, where he doesn't even have to set appointments. He can just grab leads, right?
I'm active duty military, being able to work 2 jobs. And what I do as my second job is high ticket sales. And all I do is close deals. And I just closed a deal for $3,500, and I will be getting almost $900 deposited into my bank account. I've been active duty military for about 3 years. Being able to do this on the side, having extra money for whatever I want, i.e. a motorcycle, is amazing. If you would like to learn more, just DM me, ask me any questions you want, and I would love to help.
Okay, boom.
I'm active duty military.
This is a great video right here, right? Ask me any questions, I would love to help. It's a video with no really background music. You can put some background music in there too, just make sure it's low, right? High ticket sales in the military. There's a caption, right? He's talking to the camera. This is the highest ROI you could really get from TikTok organic marketing. It's talking to the camera. Authentic, pure, quality, uncut, okay? And he had a good hook. He had a call to action at the end, so he's gonna have a lot of responses, okay? This is his first ever post, guys, mind you. And some posts do blow up like this. It depends on the account, if it's aged, if it seems real to TikTok, because TikTok looks at a lot of accounts as bots too. But some accounts will just blow up, right? Yours may blow up too. Stay consistent. It may not blow up as well. Stay consistent. I'll even give you guys an example of a guy who has to be consistent to blow up, right? But look, this right here is
in the military and you're looking to do an extra side hustle to bring in another $1,000 a week working completely remote. My team and I are bringing on 10 new members in the next 2 weeks. So if this is something you are interested in, just DM me and I will help you get started.
Boom. There you go, right? So with that right there, That alone goes to show that you can do it, right? He's talking to the camera. All he's doing is just giving value, saying, hey, if you're looking to start another side hustle, get into high-ticket sales, DM me, right? So simple, so easy. Guys are reaching out to him, and there's still people like even untapped in here, right, who want to get started with this. So many leads. Another thing is my boy Tyler, right? You guys may have seen this guy on another video because I love him. He's a huge example, but he is currently running his own offer. I think he's doing around like 20K a month with it, right? High ticket sales, fill out the form, or deal him the word start. So as you see, he has a nice picture of himself up, gym picture of himself up. He does a lot of volume as well, right? As you can see, there's like 10 posts that he's done in like one day. A bunch of posts right here as well, right? But so naturally, he's going to have a video that popped off. This video has 200,000 views. Watch this right here.
If you want, probably in my opinion, the funnest way to make 10 grand, high ticket sales. Absolutely love it. I do it anywhere. Girlfriend's house, the bed, literally anywhere. The gym. I'm in the gym parking lot right now, and I've messaged about 20 people. I'm a DM setter. I message people, I call people. Very rarely I call people, but I've scaled pretty close to 30 grand. It was like 27K a month. It all depends on how much effort you put in, but if you're willing to put in the effort, message me and I will get you started. I promise.
Okay, so as I said, you guys may have seen this video before, but look, he's young, he's wearing a normal hoodie, he's in a normal car. It says 10K a month, form your bed. It plays with their mind a little bit because it doesn't even say from, it says form, right? But he has a good hook. He said, message me and I'll get you started, I promise. He has a call to action in there. This video is perfect, okay? As I said, you guys don't need to have anything crazy going on in the background. You don't have to be a millionaire to do this, right? You could be in the car, talk to the camera, just spit value and you will get an ROI, okay? And there's hundreds of people who are reaching out to him, wanting to get started with what he does. It's so simple. Here's even another example, right? So far, I've been showing you guys a lot of people who've gone viral, all right? So it'll be fair to show you guys somebody who, dude, even though this guy may have a couple hundred views in his videos, he still gets an ROI. And this kid's name's Evan. This guy's been one of my colleagues. So for this kid, he's about 18 years old, right? He has a video right here.
Hey, if y'all want to make money fast, get into high ticket sales. Literally all you have to do is send DMs. It's that simple. I'm at the golf course, about to play 18 holes. Gonna send out a couple hundred DMs during the round. It's that simple. Hit me up, I'll put you on. Hey, if y'all...
Okay, nice. Same thing going on here, right? Even he has a lot of hashtags. You guys can use hashtags. Feel free to use
want to make
hashtags.
Money fast?
If you want to use hashtags, yeah. If you want to use hashtags.
Hey, if y'all want to make money...
I heavily recommend using the ones in this video, like money making, high ticket sales, change your life, 10K, so on and so forth, right? Here's even another example. As you can see in that video, he had about like, 4 leads, right? And his ratio, his comment to like ratio, it's insane.
Yo, get into high ticket sales.
22 comments, 47 likes.
Literally all you do is DM people. It's that simple. I can put you on. It's the freest way to make money. All you gotta do, have a little bit of work ethic. Gotta be able to grind. You can do it from anywhere, anytime you want. It's so light. Hit me up, I'll put you on right now.
Right? So simple, so easy. Notice he said it's the freest way to make money. And it is, because it's simple. All you're doing, dude, is just grabbing leads. And you don't have to drop a dime to do this at all, really. It's so simple. If you can grab a lead, communicate with them on text messages, dude, you'll even be a disgusting setter because you're gonna learn even how to handle objections and messages too. But that's just an example, and this is something that's completely unrelated, but just through this process, through him staying consistent with this, dude, he's been able to buy himself a whole Mercedes.
4 months. That's what took me to get this car. I locked in. I used the skills that I learned. All it took me was 4 months to buy a brand new 2025 car that's $44,000.
Consistency, man. That's the name of
God is great.
Is it that simple?
God is great. Don't get no simpler than that, bro.
Did you know?
And you guys might be asking as well, like, how did this guy manage to afford this car when he's 18 years old and his views aren't, going crazy? Well, here's another thing, right? And this comes with building affiliate teams too. If you guys don't have, let's just say, a popping account, then you guys can leverage other people and their account will pop. You'll be able to grab leads through them, right? This is James. This guy is one of his students, okay? And this guy, if you look at this video right here, he's pulled in about 500,000 views just from a simple 40 second video.
Get out of that 9 to 5, bro. I still work my day job because I love what I do and I make decent money, but there's something that I've got called high ticket sales that allows me to do everything remote from my phone on days off or even while I'm working. I just got done at work doing what we're supposed to do today, and I literally just closed another $300 in my bank account for maybe 5 to 10 minutes of work from my phone. So if you're somebody that wants to get out of your 9 to 5, I know people that do this full time and clear $15,000 to $30,000 a month at as young as 16 to 18 years old. If you're ready to do something like that, it's called high ticket sales. Shoot me a DM, drop a comment. I've even got my number in my bio. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to hook you up and get you started.
If you're young and you're trying to make money, get into high ticket sales. I made an extra $400 today, and I still am able to live my... If you're young and you're trying to get out of that 9 to 5, start high ticket sales, man. I make $300 to $500 a day consistently for 1 to 2 hours of work from my phone. If you're too busy doom scrolling on TikTok, you can make money by doing that literally. Get out of that 9 to 5, bro. Trust me when I say there's nobody stopping you from becoming great or financially free but yourself.
So notice on one of these videos, he said I still work my day job because I like what I do, but I have this as a side income, right? So, dude, a lot of you guys might be military, a lot of you guys might be doing your day job. The luxury of this opportunity is not for you. You guys don't have to stop working your job if you don't want to, right? You can use this as a second source of income where you're doubling your income, okay? But it's a simple process, right? So many leads are reaching out to him.
If you're young and you're trying to make money, get into high.
Trying to get started what he does. They shoot him a text, okay? He responds to them in messages. He qualifies them and then gets them on a phone call with the setter, okay? The setter sets the appointment for the closer. The closer actually closes the deal. He gets a percentage of what was closed just from messaging him, sending messages. So simple, so easy, right? And last but not least, I want to show you guys exactly the last step that goes into grabbing leads, the actual conversation, actually converting them into a lead, okay? So, this is simple. You just want to qualify them. Ask what they're doing, their income goals, right? What experience do they have in this industry? Why they want to get started, okay? Then actually direct them to a setter, so that the setter, get them on the phone with the closer, get them on the call with the closer, close the deal, you get paid, all right? Now, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how this conversation should go. It should be nothing but maybe 10 to 15 messages on your end, right? 5-minute interaction, 5-minute conversation through text messages. It's so simple, really gonna be so short. So there's a variety of ways you can go about it. I'm gonna use an example of one of the first even students we even had here. Obviously, a lot of you guys may know Greg. Greg's one of our younger cats. Dude went from driving, doing pizza delivery, making about $2,000 a month at the time, right? He became a student under us during the process. This guy's consistently closing deals now on our internal team, right? So, what was this? It's almost been a year now, August 17th, right? How you doing, bro? Saw you do high ticket sales. Interested in what that means? Yeah, no problem, bro. It's just remote sales. Like, pretty simple skill. It works from anywhere, right? How would I go about getting started? I'm looking for a skill that I can dedicate to change my life. Awesome, man. What'll stop you from doing that currently? What do you do for a living? Nothing really. I'm only 19, just figuring it out. He was in college, dropped out, right? Exactly, I feel you. Well, if you're serious about changing your life before every step of the way, what's the best number to reach you at? I'll have the guy explain the business model to your death and you start one of my agents, right? So he had sent me his number down there. And typically the qualification process behind this would be longer. The reason why it was pretty short for me is because I was just gonna qualify him on the phone, right? And just talk to him on the phone, see what I could do for him at the time. This is like in the beginning of this agency. But that's the idea right there, where it's a short interaction. You grab a lead, get him on the phone call to setter. Now, typically you would kind of go a little bit more in depth, right? You want to ask how old he is, right? What he does for a living. What makes him want to actually make a change. Kind of dive into him a little bit. You don't want to dive into him too much though. You don't have to be sending paragraphs and paragraphs. And another big thing is you don't also have to be texting them a ton. You don't have to be sending them paragraphs and breaking down high ticket for them, okay? If they want to know what high ticket is, you leave that up to the setter. All right, I have so many scripts. I have an entire framework in the affiliate frameworks that'll teach you guys exactly how to grab leads, how to actually talk to these guys, handle their objections as well. Real easy, real simple, right? And that's pretty much how you'll go about it. Last step before I conclude everything is you want to track everything, okay? Every week you should be tracking your videos posted, views generated, comments, DMs, sales, okay? KPI. You want to keep track of what you've done so that the next week you can actually be focusing on how to better yourself. Real simple, real easy, okay? So last but not least, TikTok method is simple. You post, create value, build authority, stay reliable, start conversations, follow up with leads, repeat this process every day, okay? I guarantee you guys, if you guys stick to this process, show up, also ask questions, you guys will get to your goals, right? And honestly, you can even be looking at making the money back you invested into this within the first 2 weeks. It's so simple, all right? So from here, the next training is going to be the Facebook method. That's what I'll be going over with you guys. Now, if you guys have any questions, you can obviously reach out to me or Justin on Discord. Many coaches, including Angelica, she's done 6 figures in affiliating alone. If you have questions about affiliating, you can reach out to her as well, all right? Really simple, really easy. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. And yeah, peace out to you.